And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're going to take a look at this game, which is Lightning Bolt game. Yeah, really, you should put your name on the game. Oh, it's Superfight game. And we're also going to be looking at its expansions called G and Pi. Well, whatever. Okay, this is Superfight game. This is a game that has players making up cards and fighting one another with your characters. This is not a new concept at all, really. And the style of card is most definitely based on Cards Against Humanity. But does that make it bad or good? Let's look. Now in this game, everyone's going to have a handful of white cards, which are basically nouns like giraffe, woolly mammoth, turtle, redneck, the Statue of Liberty, psychic, cheetah, carney, everyone at Burning Man, Hannibal, cactus, Rain Man, etc. You also have a bunch of black cards in your hand, which are basically descriptors. Acts like a cat, wearing high heels, shoots acid, can dig and run through tunnels with super speed, throws knives. So what I'm going to do when it's my turn is first I'll play my character. So here I go. I'm going to play Sherlock Holmes. But not is this just any Sherlock Holmes. This is Sherlock Holmes who knows Kung Fu. And he also throws bears. Now that's pretty powerful. Everyone else is going to play a card to go up against me. So maybe someone else will play a demolitions expert who uses the Force. The thing is, though, everyone else is also going to have a card that someone else plays on them. So this demolition expert who uses the Force is also made of peanut butter. And then someone else has a supermodel who has their really good looking, but their hands are accidentally glued to their hips. And then the next person has a samurai who is armed with a rotating machine gun turret. But the top half of them is a giraffe. Okay, so this is what you do. This is really, there's really not a whole lot more I can tell you about the game other than that's how it plays. And people are going to be describing the fights that these people are in and how they get past their weaknesses and who would win this battle. And that's kind of sort of the game. So for the remainder of this review, rather than continue telling you about the rules, which there really isn't many, I'm just going to show you some of the cards that are in the game so you can kind of get an idea of what's in the game. So here, someone can be made of straw. Their hands are covered in butter. They have venomous bite. They can turn invisible while singing show tunes. They're distracted by shiny things. They're on a pogo stick. You could play this card as a third card to force your opponent to swap one attribute to you. Haha! Or you can duplicate an opponent's attribute. Or you're 10 stories tall. Or you can stretch like rubber. Or you have cat-like reflexes. Or you can play this card to eliminate all attributes in this fight. Or you have Betty Davis eyes. Or two heads. Or a raw crawler. Or your clothes are too big. Okay, and then to be fair, let's show some of the white cards. You can be a mummy. Or a vampire slayer. Or a dolphin. Or a senior citizen bowling team. Or an owl. Or Madonna. Or a hockey player. Or Heisenberg. Now, that's what comes in the base set. There are two expansion sets that were happily called G and Pi, but actually one of them is like a family-style expansion. They're the same thing. They have different color fronts of the cards so you can tell them apart. So this one here, the family-style one, you can see has Rapunzel and the Little Mermaid, or think of any character you want, or Jack Frost, or a balloon animal, or a teddy bear, or a gummy bear, or a ghost, etc. And then the attributes are along the same lines. Can clap so hard that you knock other people down. You throw pillows. You throw magic mud that makes anyone it touches start dancing. You're made of chocolate. You spray skunk spray. You throw angry birds. So that's the sort of thing that you'll find in the family version, which is the green one. The orange one is kind of like the geek version, I think. So here in this one, you'll find things like Neo, or a barbarian, or a knight, or Leonardo, or the Goblin Kings, or Leroy Jenkins. And these people are armed with a laser rifle, or they're level 50, or they're in beta, or they're armed with the Omega 13, or they're wearing a red shirt. So that's kind of, sort of, how the game works. Now this is really a half-baked game. And what I mean by that is, on the positive side, there are tons of great ideas in cards. I really like the cards. I thought they had good ideas and good thoughts, and great things and great combinations can come from this game. The rules are really haphazardly written. The way that it is the guy who puts down the card and 2 attributes, he's the ref, and everyone has to fight that person, and he's going to pick which one of those people will beat that person, and that person gets the thing. But the rules are written kind of like, well, you can do this if you want to, and don't steal my game was a good chunk of the rules, which I don't think people are going to do, considering this game is not an original game anyway. There are lots of games out there that have different people fighting others, from the very simple ones like Who Would Win to, oh man, I can't remember the name of it, but there was one that came out a while ago that had a similar idea where people fought each other, and the story game just came out this year with the same theme. So this is nothing new. If there's one positive about this game is that there's tons of cards. So I'll give it that. I mean, it's really obvious they copied the artistic style of the Cards Against Humanity with their graphics. I don't really care how they do it. It just, to me, it does seem kind of weird that you have these cards and there's that much white space on them. That just seems, I don't know. And I hate this minimalistic design of the box. So, should you get the game or not? Well, that's really up to you. I mean, do you want to play a game where you get together with people and tell stories and things? That's what people are going to like, and there's a lot of these games out here. Is this the best one? Well, it could be. It certainly has the variety. Doesn't have the art. Wish it had the art. But it has the variety, especially when you add in some of these packs. Those are 2 packs. I think there's several other packs other than that. At the same time, can you do this on your own? I think you can. I don't know. It's up to you. I mean, really. I think when you watch this video, you'll see if this is the kind of game that you would want or not. For me, it's okay. It's entertaining, but it just seems like a Kickstarter game. I don't know how else to say it than that. It seems like a print and play game almost. I wish it just had a more professional feel behind it, because then it would be a game I could get farther behind. And the rules just seemed really loosey-goosey, which I think is part of the game. If you love that storytelling, though, and you need a kick in the pants with tons of cards and lots of variety, then Superfight is for you.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!
Yeah.